Hi, Taurus. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your January 2015 forecast for the month. Thanks for joining me. Happy New Year and happy holidays. I'm excited to be here. I'm coming to you from New Jersey in this beautiful backyard that I was raised in. So let's get to the forecast. It looks so eerily beautiful out there. I'm obsessed with the woods behind me right now. They get my heart. Okay, so on the 3rd of January, there's a tremendous amount of support right now, Taurus, in your 10th house of career for January. It's pretty incredible what's about to go down. And I just feel like for those of you who are working and who aren't retired, well, even retirement's incredible because that's what the 10th house is. But for those of you who are really looking to move ahead in what it is that you are passionate about, you've got superb influence, and this is where you should actually set your New Year's resolutions and your intentions for the month of January, because on the 3rd of January, Venus is entering Aquarius, and this is where your 10th house resides. Please watch your ascendant video because it's actually more accurate for transits, even though these are solar scopes. Your first house on the astrological wheel is determined where your ascendant lies on your natal chart. Okay, so Venus going into the 10th, the planet of love, the planet of money, into the 10th house sector of career and recognition. And where it's the highest point on the astrological wheel, the 10th house. How are you seen? How are you projecting yourself out into the world? Who is recognizing you? Where is your reward? You might retire at this time with Venus in the 10th, for those of you able to. Now the next day, on the 4th, Mercury's entering. He's following Venus around the chart these days. This last year, Venus and Mercury are hanging out like this. So the next day, he's in that house. He's in Aquarius in the 10th house. Venus conjunct Mercury in the 10th. You're receiving information and communication leading you in the right area of career. You better check your messages. But, we have a Mercury retrograde this month, so the first 3 weeks are superb for contracts, negotiations, signatures, etc. But do not sign anything regarding the career at all if you can hold out. I just wouldn't do it between the 21st of January through the 11th of February. But let me not get ahead. Okay, so Venus conjunct Mercury in the 10th. Money, getting paid in the career, and receiving information or interviews, resumes, meeting the right contacts, connections with Mercury in the 10th house. I love it. Venus will transit again this month. She'll be there in the 10th for 24 days, so take advantage of her. Get out there. You're looking good. If you are in the limelight in regards to career, you're shining with Venus there. And you'll be shining too when the sun hits up that area on the 20th. So it's just nuts. On the 4th of January, again, we have our full moon. The same day Mercury enters your 10th house, we have our full moon at 14 degrees Cancer. This is your 3rd house of communications and interviews and resumes and connection and the intellect and the mind. Having a full moon here is bringing an awareness to this sector. Something could be illuminated here. You could be really guided and intuitively see something, see or hear something is what I just heard. You could see or hear something that you need for this month of January. It could possibly hugely affect the 10th house of career. But also full moons bring an ending to the sector that they touch, and this ending would fall in the 3rd house, and this is siblings. This is also local travel and neighborhood connections. It's also vehicles. Some of your cars are going out of the picture. There might be new vehicles, and it might be forced upon you without you making that decision. Somehow the full moon can do that as well. And considering there's a retrograde coming up that might actually make sense. We'll see if we pull the Chariot for you. And if the Chariot comes up, it might be something regarding the car. Okay, on the 12th of January, Mars, the planet of energy and action, is moving into Pisces, and this is your 11th house of friendships, but it's also the hugest house for social connections and social clubs, groups, and organizations. And it's your goals and wishes and your hopes, desires. Mars is desire. Mars is passion, aggression, determination, will, drive, ambition, all of that. And going into the 11th, I think you're being aligned with the correct connections that you need for this month. Friendships are important to you. I think you're going to really not want to be alone this month. I think you need to be around people well, not just even this month, because this is a January forecast, but Mars is actually in Pisces for, a 2-month period of time. So you're going to be very social. You're going to really want to get out and express yourself in these relationships with people, and really have a lot of energy to connect with friends that you haven't in a really long time. On the 20th, the Sun enters Aquarius in your 10th house of career, conjunct Venus, conjunct Mercury. And on the same day, we have our new moon at 0 degrees Aquarius in the 10th house of career. The first new moon of the month is about your stature, your status, how you are projecting yourself out into the world. And you are really focused on the career this month or the retirement this month. Having a new moon at 0 degrees, all of these months, for the last 5 months, we've had that, and it doesn't have to be at 0 degrees. New moons can be anywhere from 0 to 30 degrees. So we are being influenced to change our patterns in these sectors. They want us rethinking and starting fresh how we're implementing the energy and our energy in these sectors. I would set your New Year's resolution and intentions on the 10th house of career. You have a tremendous amount of personal planet support, as well as the sun and the new moon there. Huge, huge. Now the 21st, Mercury retrogrades at 17 degrees Aquarius through the 11th in this 10th house sector. It doesn't mean all this career stuff's going to go away, but it does mean revise, review, reanalyze the interviews that you've gone through, the work that you've done. You could actually be called in to interview during a Mercury retrograde, even though your communication isn't brilliant. You might need to revise how you are communicating to people in the career at that time. Mercury retrogrades can serve us well to rethink how it is we are, what our intentions are in that sector, to make sure we are analyzing everything appropriately. Venus enters Pisces, this 11th house, on the 27th. So she transits twice, on the 3rd and the 27th. Having Venus conjunct Mars now in this 11th house of friendships, you are loving. There's a great balance between the male and the female energies in your 11th house, whether this is social clubs and groups that you belong to or just your friendships in general. You're equivalently hanging out with both male and females, and there's a very balanced feeling to the connections you're having. I just really feel like you will be drawing in the right people in both sexes, and I think it's to enhance the career. Let me get to the cards and see what the influence is, probably regarding coins or career, but some social aspects as well. Some communication cards might come through. Let's see what's up. For Taurus, January 2015, and as usual, if you'd like a reading with me, I'm at audreyallison.com. Let's see what we've got going on here. Ace of Wands. This is a passion for a new creative endeavor, the new moon in the career, but also Mars. Since this is a fire card, Mars in the 11th. Let's see what else comes up. Okay, the Three of Swords. This is in the past positioning, so I'm not mad at it. It's, loss or sorrow or just heartache, not getting what it is you want, feeling unfulfilled. Do you hear the train behind me? I love it. It's like, okay. Two of Wands. Okay. Do you see Mercury and Venus on this card? Well, both Mercury and Venus are entering your 10th house of career on the 3rd and then simultaneously on the 4th. This card is telling me at that time, and it's fire, it's passion, you are instilled and inspired in this 10th house of career. Something's coming through for Taurus as far as work. You could easily pick up work in the first week. And Mercury and Venus in the 10th, which is, I mean, this card, look at the astrological symbols. They're telling me you're passionate about the career. You're meeting the right people. It's intertwined. And here's your coin. Here's your, and this is the final card, your payout, your coin cards. You can't make this shit up. Okay, the 8 of coins, the hard work, the effort. You've put in some massive work, Taurus. You are a no-nonsense sign anyway. So all of the hard work, and you know, this is an earth card too. The coins represent earth in the tarot, and you are earth. It's time to get paid. It's time to get paid is what I'm hearing. You don't have to dream anymore. You're just going to get paid now. I'm feeling you're going to get a new gig, a new client. Something's coming through. The job is happening. Don't let past, you could have had 3 failed attempts at something, and I'm not even feeling it's love necessarily, even though there's a heart on here. Oh, you see that little eye? I've got these eye, you know, the all-seeing eye of protection on my hands, because it's like you need to be aware of what's coming. You know, it's about intuition, but it's also guidance and protection. You need to watch, you need to protect yourself from those that have hurt you, but not everyone's going to hurt you. So I think it's like 3 strikes and you're out. Now you can move on, because these are the outcome cards. You know, this is talking to me about the career with these planets and what you're passionate about. And this is, you know, your payday. So I'm thinking that your initial goal, the first card, what your true creative passion will lead you to this. This is where you're headed. Thank you, Taurus. I hope you have a beautiful month. I appreciate your support. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm wishing you a sweet day. I will see you next month in February.